Welcome to the Socialette podcast, where we empower you with the marketing know-how you need to create the business of your dreams. I'm your host, Steph Taylor, and I'm a marketing nerd, Shiraz lover, and passport stamp collector. Join me as I dive into all things small business marketing and deliver them to you in bite-sized, fluff-free lessons every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Let's get learning.
Hey, welcome back to Socialette. This is episode 86. Today is another Friday listener Q&A episode. Remember, if you have a question that you'd like answered, please slide into my Instagram DMs either at wearewildbloom or at stephtaylor.co with your questions. The question that I'm answering today is, how do I start marketing my business when I have no followers, a tiny email list, and no budget for paid ads? I love this question because we all have to start somewhere. I started Wild Bloom last year with maybe around $500 in my bank account, if that. All my money had gone into growing my product-based business, which you would have heard a bit about if you listened to last week's episode on the things that I would do differently if I were to start again. When I launched, I took advantage of quite a few free marketing tactics to get our first couple of clients, until I could afford to spend money on Facebook ads. Though one thing to remember is that if you're thinking of Facebook ads as an expense, then you're not running them correctly. They're an investment, they're not an expense. They should lead to more paying customers or clients, otherwise you are wasting your money. Before I dive into the episode, next week I'm running a free masterclass, 5 steps to your next $10,000, your content roadmap. Whether you're brand new at this marketing thing or you're simply aiming for higher goals, this free masterclass will get your marketing smarter, so you can get better results in less time. Head to stephtaylor.co/roadmap to register. Okay, onto the episode. How can you start marketing your business when you have no followers, no email list, and no budget? One thing to remember when you're taking advantage of free forms of marketing, you're typically going to have a slower growth than if you were running paid ads. So don't feel discouraged if you're not hitting the targets that you want just yet. It's just simply the nature of free platforms. Okay, so the first way to market your business without a budget, email list, or followers, take advantage of Facebook groups. But don't think of them as a way to promote your stuff. Instead, think of how you could add value to other people who are in the Facebook group. Maybe by answering questions, sharing relevant blog posts or video content, or maybe you'll even just focus on making friends. The Facebook group algorithm now prioritizes content that gets more engagement. So if you're posting something, you want to make it as engageable as possible. Asking a question or asking for opinions, these are some easy ways that you can get more engagement and then get your post up to the top of the group. Don't just post a link to your website saying, hey, check out my business, it's really cool. Way too many people do this, and it's not a good look for your brand. And it doesn't get any engagement, and it doesn't get any clicks. So don't do it. The second way to market your business, create epic blog content. Note how I said epic blog content. That's because there is way too much mediocre blog content out there these days. Write about things that nobody else in your industry is writing about, or try to help solve a problem that your ideal customer or client has. Then promote your blog content in Facebook groups and on social media. Blog content has the added benefit of growing your organic traffic over time when you've SEO optimized it correctly. Listen to my episode on SEO for beginners for more on how to do this. But just so that you know, it can take a while to start seeing the SEO benefits, especially if your website is brand new. It's a long game, but it's a great way to get free traffic from Google and other search engines in the long term. The third way is to leverage other people's audiences. Collaborations with people in your space who have an existing audience, these are such a great way to reach new relevant people for free. Maybe there'll be people who have a similar but not a competing product, or maybe there'll be a micro-influencer in your space. The key thing is that the collaboration needs to be mutually beneficial. Otherwise, you're probably not going to even get a reply, let alone a yes. For example, maybe you'll propose a giveaway collaboration where you're contributing the prize and all they need to do is post about it on their Instagram profile. But for someone to enter, they need to like your Instagram account and the other person's Instagram account. Maybe you have friends in the space who would happily do you a favor and email their list about your business, or share it to their Facebook profile, or post about you on Instagram. I know it can be hard asking, but what's the worst that they can say? No, that's it. The next way is guest blogging. And I guess this kind of falls under the leveraging other people's audiences category, but it can be super powerful if you pick the right websites to blog for. Create a hit list of blogs that your ideal customer or client regularly reads, and check to see whether they accept guest blog submissions. Some blog posts will have a separate page detailing how you can submit a guest blog, others won't. Find an email address if they don't, and tailor a pitch to them. So don't just copy and paste an email that says, "Hey, I like your blog, can I write a post for you?" when you've never even read a single post that they've written. Instead, tell them which of their previous blog posts you like and why you like them, and then propose some potential topics that you could write about that are tailored to their audience. Give them a link to your own blog page or some previous posts that you've written so that they can get a feel for your writing style and whether you'd be a good fit for them. Guest blogging not only has the benefit of driving traffic to your website, but it also shows Google that you're an authority on your topic, as long as you're linking back to your website from the post. So ask for a bio or a byline with a link to your website. Okay, so you might have noticed that one of the common themes here is content, creating lots of content. But content creation can take quite a bit of time and it often falls flat. This is why I'm running my free masterclass, where I'll not only be sharing my 5-step content marketing roadmap, but I'll also share my sanity-saving content creation strategy, so you can create more content in less time and get better results. Sound good? Head over to stephtaylor.co/roadmap to register. That's it for this episode. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any new episodes released every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And if you've enjoyed this episode, I'd love it if you could please leave a rating and a review in iTunes or Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast app you're listening in. Thanks so much for listening. Catch you next time.